Okay, we are live.
Good afternoon and well done, Madam Wando.
Good afternoon, Doc.
How are you doing? How are the birds?
I'm doing good. My birds are fine.
Oh, good to know. So, from the farm records, I've seen that there is misuse of antibiotics on your farm, and I wanted to talk to you about that. So, I wanted to talk to you about the farm records you see on the farm. This is one of the things you need to do on the farm. You get farm? Yeah. So you see from the farm records, I've noticed that there is misuse and overuse of antibiotics on your farm.
Oh, yes. I use it to keep my birds healthy. I don't want them to fall sick.
Yeah, the one do I completely understand that you want the best for your birds. But you see, misuse and overuse of antibiotics on your farm could cause a risk, and that phenomenon is called antibiotic resistance. And this makes treatment of disease and infection difficult. And it's not just for your animals, even for humans, particularly in children and pregnant women, it makes treatment difficult because the microorganism becomes resistant to most antibiotics because of overuse and misuse.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I just wanted what is best for my birds.
I very much understand. You see, there are other alternatives to antibiotics, and the alternative practices are like ensuring good biosecurity measures on your farm, vaccinating your birds at the right time, ensuring proper nutrition of your animal. This could reduce use of antibiotics on your farm because you are ensuring good biosecurity. Your birds may not just get sick.
I'm willing to try anything that will keep my birds healthy.
Good. So together we can work to eliminate antimicrobial resistance. And additionally, you can visit the Vet Konect platform at www.vetkonect.com to access more resources that will help you in your livestock and poultry production. And you can also participate in the Vet Konect monthly webinar for poultry and livestock farmers.
Wow, that's wonderful, Doc.
Thank
I'm
you.
willing to do anything that will protect my birds and the community at large.
Good. You are welcome, Madam Wando. It's been a pleasure visiting your farm this time as well. I'll head to the clinic. Thank you. Antimicrobial resistance is one of the top global health threats and development. It has been estimated, according to the World Health Organization, that 4.95 million people die globally due to antimicrobial resistance. This is far higher than the deaths due to malaria and HIV and AIDS. This shows that antimicrobial resistance is a very serious threat. Let us join the fight against antimicrobial resistance. Together, we
Once, the shadow of uncertainty lurked in the fields of hooves, spurs, and feathers. There was no bleat, no clock, no barking of dogs, just a silent threat of illness, pain, antimicrobial resistance, and death. But those days, when farmers fret no more, pet owners with heavy worries have become stories of old. Vet Konect came with a beacon bright enough to chase the shadows away. No more frantic and haphazard search. No more roaming for miles looking for doctors and supplies. Now, there's a vet at your fingertips and a store in your hands. We are both your one-stop shop and a digital home. Our disease predictor's sharp gaze is a watchful eye, and our feed calculator is a guiding star. From the feathered friends in your poultry to the furry companions you keep as pets, the hooves in your livestock farms, and the fins in your ponds. Keep your heart at ease and your spirits high. Vet Konect makes everything better. Vet Konect, reimagining animal care.
Hello, everyone. Good day to all of us. Good morning. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined so far. We are starting in under a minute, and by way of getting ourselves started, we can just use the chat section to introduce ourselves where necessary, um, so that we'll know where we're joining from. So we chose to use YouTube because our Zoom account cannot accommodate the size of people who are hoping would join us today. So the decision was to stream centrally so that it is easier for all of us to manage and engage. So it's 10 o'clock now. So under a minute would be beginning. Thank you all for joining. So let me request again, as we join, please do us the favor of hitting the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. We will be using the chat section as the means to communicate for questions, comments, and everything that we'll be talking about on this call. The intention is to do this under 1 hour. It's going to be fully recorded, and this will be available for those who probably might not be able to join now to watch after now. But for those of you who are already here, you already have the advantage. You're going to get the information fresh from here so that you take action immediately. Okay, now that more persons have joined, I would share my screen quickly, and as a way of getting us started, play a short video to get us tuned in.
The shadow of uncertainty lurked in the fields of hooves, furs, and feathers. There was no bleat, no cluck, no barking of dogs, just a silent threat of illness, pain, antimicrobial resistance, and death. But those days, when farmers fret no more, pet owners with heavy worries have become stories of old. Vet Konect came with a beacon bright enough to chase the shadows away. No more frantic and haphazard search. No more roaming for miles looking for doctors and supplies. Now, there's a vet at your fingertips and a store in your hands. We are both your one-stop shop and a digital home. Our disease predictor's sharp gaze is a watchful eye, and our feed calculator is a guiding star. From the feathered friends in your poultry to the furry companions you keep as pets, the hooves in your livestock farms, and the fins in your ponds. Keep your heart at ease and your spirits high. Vet Konect makes everything better. Vet Konect, reimagining animal care.
All right. Good morning again, everyone. I see the chat section is buzzing. My name is Dr. Apprentice Shadrach. I'm the founder of Vet Konect. Delighted to have all of us join already. There are over 727 of us already on this live session. Well done, and congratulations for making it this far. We received over 5,965 entries for the Enumerator volunteer role, and I'm delighted to have you all, come through. I would start by introducing what Vet Konect is. So permit me again to share my screen. So I cannot call everyone by name, but I'm delighted to see all of you joining across different parts of the country. That shows, our commitment to what we are looking to achieve and do here together this morning. So to enable you engage, please do well to hit the subscribe button on the channel. I would really appreciate that. As we begin, questions will be asked in the chat section, and I would do my best to answer them as much as possible. I am expecting that the social media community manager at Vet Konect is also currently on this session. So she would be calling my attention to the different questions that will be coming through in the chat section, and I will respond as much as possible. So for now, because there are so many of us on the call, I want to request that we hold on with questions till we get to that point where we'll be asking, so that I do not miss out on anything. So like I've introduced, my name is Dr. Shadrach, and I'm the founder of Vet Konect. So very quickly, let's begin by sharing what Vet Konect is about. Okay, so okay. All right, so if you can see my screen, Vet Konect is a digital animal health company that is leveraging technology with a commitment to providing comprehensive animal care and social protection for animal owners across Nigeria and other African countries. That is our core vision. That is our core mandate. We want to be that company that addresses the wicked problem of lack of access to animal care. In Nigeria, like we know, a lot of people depend on agriculture as a means of livelihood. You know, data from the Food and Agriculture Organization shows that over 70% of Africans and, to narrow down, Nigerians are employed one way or the other through agriculture. Now, coming precisely to the field where we are going to be working in, which is the livestock sector, according to the Poultry Association of Nigeria, there are over 85 million poultry farmers alone. Ruminant farmers, pig farmers, fish farmers, and the rest all constitute about 20 million. So that puts us somewhere around 100 million livestock farmers across this great country called Nigeria. So these people have challenges, they have needs that they have to meet from time to time. And principally on that is access to care. Animals get sick, and it's important to be able to access the kind of quality services that will ensure that those needs are met, and that is what Vet Konect is doing. So we achieve this objective by ensuring that livestock farmers are able to connect to a pool of veterinary doctors wherever they are. So to just give you an idea of how the platform works, this is the Vet Konect platform. Let me just scroll through. So you're able to connect to animal health professionals. You're able to locate a veterinary clinic. You're able to connect to vendors to access your pet and livestock needs. And then we also have artificial intelligence incorporated on the platform through our disease predictor and feed calculator. We have a chat forum for engagement between users on the platform, and a blog. Aside from these two, of course, our YouTube channel is fully loaded with a lot of content which helps people who are coming through to better understand what we're doing and also derive value from it. Just to give you some context, we are currently active across 7 African countries, including Nigeria, and we have a very large database of animal health professionals. We engage very actively to ensure that there's coverage in meeting the needs of animal owners across the African continent. So this is simply just about what Vet Konect is. And if you were going to be asked to say, what is Vet Konect in summary? A good way to think about Vet Konect is like an animal health Uber, where we are closing the barriers of distance in making animal care more accessible. I hope this gives you some context to what Vet Konect is about. And we currently have a mobile device, a mobile platform, so you can access us through our website. You can access us through our mobile applications. We're currently upgrading the iOS and Google apps on Google Play Store. So before we end the month, hopefully, those should be ready for testing, and then we'll be replacing what we currently have online. We are also very close to wrapping up the completion of the development of our USSD platform. So that is also something else that we are actively working on to ensure better coverage in rural communities. So these are the different things through which we are actively involved and working on. And we are happy to have you join us. So as a livestock enumerator, what are we looking to achieve with you? What we are hoping we will achieve together is, because we said we are looking to reach livestock farmers across Nigeria. I am not, in Katsina or in Kano or in Cross River. My base is in Makurdi. So even in Makurdi, I do not have coverage everywhere. So we thought about this and decided to come up with the need to see how we can recruit enumerators to be able to help us achieve this objective. Now, the next dilemma was, how can we get the resources to pay to be able to achieve this objective? Of course, that was going to be a challenge in itself. And then we said, no, let's see if we can be able to get people who will be willing to volunteer to help us achieve this objective. So, but even in volunteering, there are resources that are expended from time to time. So that decision was now to say, how can we narrow down and provide some level of support internally? Let me put it on record. This is not sponsored by any organization. It's purely an internal effort by Vet Konect to see how we can add more value to the livestock sector as far as accessing comprehensive animal care is concerned. And we'll be happy to welcome any organization or partner who would want to help us scale up this endeavor. So for now, with very meager resources, what we are now hoping to do is to bring you all on board in a way where we can work together in getting the data of these farmers across these locations to better help them, because we're actively working out some partnership with some financial institutions and related organizations to see how we can start providing targeted support for livestock farmers across Nigeria. If you're in the poultry sector, you know exactly what the challenges are and what people are having to deal with, in terms of accessing money or even getting feed for their animals. So that is basically why we're doing this. Now, because you have accepted to come on board, what this means is that after this call, we will be sharing a document later in the day, hopefully, which would you would be endorsing to officially commence this exercise. What I want to advise all of us to do is to see this as our way of contributing to improving the livestock sector across Nigeria. Because what we are going to end up giving you is just a meager token to appreciate you and support you either for your data expenses and all. And that is why we are requesting that it should be community driven. I don't expect you to travel. Let's say you are in Gombe town. Don't travel to Biliri to go and get people if you think it's going to cost you too much. Leverage the community that you're coming from and identify the livestock farmers in that community to have them added to the form that we'll be sharing and then signing up. That is basically how we are hoping all of us will work. And that's why I'm advising as much as possible not to expend too much resources. The second thing is, for those of us who had issues signing up, we had a technical glitch with OTPs. So do not worry for now. Once it is resolved, we'll let you know as much as possible. Once you are here on the platform, that is all that matters at this point. So that said, I would now go on to also speak to the duration of time of this engagement. I'm hoping that between now till the end of the year, would aggregate as many farmers as we can. And at the time when we think we're out of resources, we'll now notify that we can no longer capture because of the limitation of finance to support the volunteers in the field. That said, how are you now going to earn? Like you saw on the flyer, for every successful verification that is done in terms of onboarding a livestock farmer, you are entitled to a 200 naira stipend. Now, let me explain what that means. Onboarding is going to happen in two ways. The first one is when you successfully capture the data of the livestock farmer on a Google form, which we'll be sharing to you. That automatically entitles you to 100 naira. Now, when you translate that same livestock farmer to the Vet Konect platform, that now gives you an added advantage of the second 100 naira. So to get your 200 naira intact, the farmer you're onboarding needs to be both on the Google form, which you'll be sharing, and on the Vet Konect platform. Now, because we realize that in some places, it is because you need to have an email address to sign up on Vet Konect. In some places, the people you might be interacting with might not have emails. So that will mean you will just have to stay with sign-ups on the form, which will entitle you to 100 naira for each sign-up. If you translate them to the Vet Konect platform, you now earn 200. Now, what I'm advising also that we are clear on it is, please ensure that the information you're capturing is genuine information. What I mean by this is, for every single name that you capture on that form, the Vet Konect team on ground is going to call every single farmer to get some basic information. Please do not fill in information that is not true or not valid. Phone numbers, ensure they are correct. Email addresses, ensure they are correct. Locations, ensure they are correct. So that is basically how the process will work. Now, once you begin this process, you are going to automatically be now integrated into our network of livestock enumerators across Nigeria. So it is important that you know that. So what this means is that anytime Vet Konect is doing a project in your location or your state, you are going to be one of the first persons who will be notified to be part of the process. So that is also one of the benefits you're going to get for being part of this process. Having said that, let me quickly, and for mode of payment, once the next form that we are going to be issuing across to you would carry account details. So what that means is that you will have to enter your bank account details where you want the payment sent to you through, so that, and payment will be on a monthly basis. So what that means is that if we start today, it's going to be a month after today. So we aggregate everything together to your name. So if you onboard, let's say 100 people, right? You just need to do the tally yourself, and then the total amount of money once we verify, and it's going to be very transparent. The data we're getting, if it is not correct, we'll be flagging it and we'll be informing everybody accordingly at every step. So that is why I'm asking and requesting that we uphold high levels of integrity, and the information we are bringing should be very, very correct information. So that said, I would now quickly share my screen again to show us how the form will look like. All right, so this is an idea of the form that we're going to use. Let me just walk us through. So we are going to be getting, and at this point, let me request that if there's something you think should be captured on this form, please note it down, so that when we are sending the form out to you to update your information to begin, if there's something you feel we should have included on the data form on this form that we did not include, please do well to add it there so that we'll update the information. We do not think we know all, so if there's something maybe you feel we should have captured that we did not capture, that would make the form more concise and more rich, please, you are free to let us know. So we are capturing full names of the person's phone number, email, because like I said, some persons might not have email addresses. So in that case, enter not available. But remember that those who are able to go through with all of these data are the ones that would, as much as possible, capture the entire depth. So please, as much as possible, get information that is valid. Then we need to also know the age group. So you just select the age group, then the gender, the state of residence. We want to know where they are. Then local government of residence, then address, then the livestock type that they keep. Is it poultry? So we are allowed them to select multiple options. Please select only 3. If you do poultry, fish, and goat, fine. Don't, and if it's only 1, to select only 1. They shouldn't select more than 3. Then if they mention other, they should list it. There's something that we did not mention, they should list it here. Then we want to know, are they doing this on a small scale, mid scale, or large scale? Also want to know the type of farming system. We want to know if they have access to veterinary services. We want to know if they have ever vaccinated their animals. We want to know if they have ever had any challenge in terms of disease outbreaks. We want to know if they are aware of any insurance package or have ever insured their animals. We want to know if they have been trained before on livestock production practices. We want to know how easy it is for them to access key inputs like feeds, animals, and drugs. We want to also know if they have received any form of support before, whether it's loans, grants, or if nothing. We want to know the best way they would prefer to be getting information to support their production practices. And we want to know if they are interested in accessing financial support and if they would permit us to contact them. So this is basically the information we would want to capture in the course of our engagement. So if there is something that you would have wanted us to capture here, but we did not capture, you are free to, like I said, let us know so that we would accommodate that very clearly. Okay, someone is saying the form is not clear. Can you try? I think should be on your end. Try adjusting the viewing of your YouTube channel. Let me see. So that you would put it on. Let me see if it's something I can guide you on how to do. Okay, so go on settings and you can increase your settings to 720p so that the quality of view will increase. That way you can be able to view clearer. So all right, so now the floor is open for questions. The floor is open for questions. You can drop your questions in the chat section. I will respond as much as possible. Remember, officially, you're allowed to indicate after now. You can, once you sign the next document we are sending to you, you can clearly indicate if you have, indicate that you are a livestock enumerator with Vet Konect. That would naturally be something that will authorize you to use if you would need. So let me see. Someone says, okay. So on this platform, is a person, okay. If you don't have an email, if they don't have an email, enter not available. I think I said that already. Usman, we do expect, we are Nigerians and we all know how things, if people can increase the payment to be better. Usman, thank you so much for raising that. We truly understand the situation of things currently, but we are also having to deal with our own personal challenges too, to say that this is that's why we captured it clearly that it is a volunteer role, right? We captured that on the form when we're onboarding. It's a volunteer role and we have a very limited budget. If you run the numbers for what we're looking to achieve, it's somewhere in the neighborhood. It's a couple of millions projects. And as a young organization, this is what we can do for now, right? So please bear with us. And that's why I said, do not stretch yourself beyond what you can do. And that's why I also did the breakdown for the remuneration. If you capture only on the Google form, you are entitled to 100 naira. If you capture both on the Google form and on the app, combined time to do this per person from our experience that we tested is about 2.5 minutes, depending on how fast you move, or 5 minutes on average. That's the average. So please do not go travel long distances to do this if you think it's going to cost you too much. You already know what we are giving. If you think you cannot do beyond that, please, you are also allowed to decline and step away from a project if you think you cannot. But if you can, like I said from the beginning, see this as also your way of contributing to improving sanity in the livestock ecosystem. So please and please, that's what I will say on that. And that's why we're very clear to say that it's a purely volunteer role. We are just providing very meager support to help in achieving this objective. Is there any benefit to them after capturing all of this data? Yes, SAP, yes. So we are integrating them on the Vet Konect platform. And like I said, one way is in terms of providing structured information systems. So let's say you get the information of poultry farmers. One of the things that we want to help them, start helping them do, is to provide them with basic information to help them, whether it's vaccination, whether it's the best time to sell their birds, whether it's best practices based on what we know them to be doing. And then they are also going to be able to use the Vet Konect platform. Remember, through that platform, they are connecting to animal health professionals, so they don't have to worry about quacks. They are also going to be able to connect to vendors to better access quality inputs. That is also one of the benefits that we're going to get. Now, when we go through with some of the plans, we are working with a financial institution in Nigeria, there will be some financial support they'll be getting in terms of single-digit loans to be able to improve their production practices. So these are some, and more benefits will come their way, but this is what we are actively working on it. Sarah Tulawa, please, I didn't watch with you. Please, can you go over it again? So Sarah, what our advice is, you can rewatch this entire video. It's live and it's recorded. So you can come back to it and rewatch every single thing we have said, so that I don't have to delay everyone longer than necessary. Please, can you zoom the form so that, okay, let me see. I think I did. I think I did. All right, is this better? Let me just walk us through. So, right, so this is just an idea of the form and how it looks like. This is okay. All right. Okay. I'm trying to go through the questions to. Okay, what so community should be included? Okay, that's noted. What will be the benefit to the farm? I think I've answered that question already. I think there's need for next of kin. No, so we want to interface directly with the farmers. So the focus is on the farmers. So we are interested in the information of the farmers, not their next of kin. Live pictures should be provided. Okay, live pictures. Okay. Okay, that's noted. Considering the disease, we know them in house. How can we capture? Okay, so it sounds to me like you're saying, should we include maybe what the common diseases they face? All right, so I think we can add that as a layer. All right. I think language understand should be included. All right, thank you. Very important. Language spoken. Language spoken. That's noted. All right, that's noted. Thank you, Fatima. How do we download the form? The form is going to be shared to us. So all of us are on that WhatsApp group. So on the WhatsApp groups that have been set up to help us better manage ourselves. So we are going to be sharing the forms. Those are going to be the places where we'll be communicating. So we'll share the forms, and then from there, all of you will pick up and begin usage. Yeah, do we need to capture pictures? So perhaps we can do that, right? We can give room for upload of pictures. So how are we going to, especially without any wages for logistics? Martha, thank you. So that is why I'm saying that this is a convenience exercise. Please do not travel long distances to get data of farmers. We expect that everybody will leverage the community they work in. So there are live markets. Some people have locations where some farmers go to collect their day-old chicks. So these are the target locations you can meet up with these farmers and get their information. So please do not travel long distances. The benefits we are providing for you are going to be provided after the data you collect is validated and payment is going to be done on a monthly basis. When does the program start? We are hoping that we'll send the forms for all of us so that we'll scrutinize and make input. And if nothing goes wrong by next week, we'll be beginning officially. Salifu, my question is, can I move to another location or state to register people? If you're going to go to another location, that is fine. But just remember what I said. We are not responsible for another cost component outside what I've said. So the good thing is everybody that you bring in, there is going to be a space where you're going to enter your name. So your name is going to be there. So you select it as the person who brought in this particular. So let's say you enter someone's details. Then the last question would be name of enumerator. So you enter your name so that at the end of the day, we are going to be capturing everybody's name accordingly so that everybody would, once we now want to filter it, we know that, okay, this is the person that brought in this farmer so that there will be no confusion. Why don't we use Kobo Collect? All right. Why don't we use Kobo Collect? All right. So we can work with that. So I think perhaps we can just switch from here to Kobo Collect and then use. So whichever works, we can set it both on Kobo Collect and also on Google Forms. Thank you so much, Abdul, for raising that. No, we do not need any need from them. We don't need their national identity number. Can you capture someone outside your own state? Yes, Jude, you can capture. Once you capture, the most important thing is that every name that is submitted, the enumerator would indicate that he or she is the one that brought the person in. That's how we'll track to calculate the allowance we'll be paying. Yeah, so I've answered that. Is there any benefit for farmers because they will be expecting something from Vet Konect? I think I've explained that already. Starting date is going to be next week. Weekly payments is for our numbers is going to be too much on us. But what I can say is that if targets are met, if for instance we look at the tally and we have targets that are met for some people, we can consider bi-weekly payment. The weekly payment is going to be too much work because we have to filter out everybody that you enter to confirm before we make payment. Like I said, we will consider Kobo Collect, and then whichever one works for any of us will use, so that we'll have multiple options. Some people from rural areas may not have phone numbers also. If a farmer does not have a phone number, there's nothing we can do about it. Please, a phone number is very important. So if a farmer does not have a phone number, we cannot capture the person. It's important that they have at least a phone number. Yes, Jolly Onduseng, your website has not been sending. We are working to address that. So now if you want to sign up, all of you that signed up that didn't get OTPs, you can actually log into your account now. We have activated everything. So moving forward, that is going to be sorted. Please, what about these people in the village that have no access to phones? If they don't have phone numbers, don't capture them. How are we going to contact them if they don't have phone numbers? I think I've explained the benefits to farmers. If you missed that section, you can go back and watch. We're onboarding them on the Vet Konect platform. They are going to be getting dedicated support in terms of improving their production practices. we are working to access financial support, which we are looking to channel directly to livestock farmers in partnership with financial institutions, and several other benefits. Capacity building sessions would also be coming up in different locations across the country. The platform, the website is what you're using, not the mobile apps. The website is where you're going to use, and you can sign up. Like I said, all of those of you that have issues can now go ahead and check out the platform. You realize that you can log in now because we have activated your account. So the same thing is going to apply for the livestock farmers. Can one capture 200 farmers in one day? By all means, as much as you can capture. Remember, it's a target we're looking to achieve. So once we hit that target, we'll notify us. I think I've spoken to wages already in terms of the benefits, the financial benefits you're getting. Name of enumerator and email should be at the first of the form. All right. I was thinking it's going to be last, but that's still fine. Please, if the respondent asks those that need any financial assistance, that's why the question is down there. They need to indicate yes or no. Okay, can you capture someone outside the local government? Yes, you can. As an enumerator, your responsibility is to help us capture the information of livestock farmers in your community. Okay, how can you enroll farmers on the Vet Konect platform? Let me see. I'll try to share that very quickly with us so that we understand. I'll come back to that. Okay, the total package, if you completely enumerate a livestock farmer, is 200 naira per farmer. Now, if you do only on the Google form, it is 100. If you do both on the Google form and on the website, like I said, the OTP issue is now resolved. When you sign in, you just need to redirect back and when you sign up, you just need to redirect back and sign in. The OTP is no longer a concern. So doing that, if you do both on both platforms, that's 200. If you do only on the Google form, it's only 100. So I'll try to share the. When you submit the form, it will indicate that you're successfully submitted. I'm so sorry, Damian. We don't have a budget for jackets, but thank you for that suggestion. Yes, patience, you have to capture livestock farmers. Livestock farmers, please, not crop farmers, livestock farmers. If they don't have email addresses, indicate not available. Once there's a phone number for us to reach them, that is what is very important. If they don't have a phone number, don't capture them. Target number, we're looking to aggregate data of 50,000 livestock farmers across Nigeria. Farmers are not receiving any stipend, please. Don't tell them they are receiving any money. They're not receiving any stipend. I've clearly itemized the benefits they are getting. The program is not only in rural areas. It's in urban, peri-urban, and rural areas. So don't just focus on rural communities. Data collection is going to go on till December. I think I've answered. Is there any certificate after everything? No, we're not issuing any certificate. There's no specific target per month. You can keep the numbers coming as much as possible. Please watch what one would do if there's a village where they are. I think I've answered questions on phone numbers already. We're not capturing need. Please, we're not capturing need. Yes, if you are no longer in the location you were before, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is wherever you are, let us have the information of the livestock farmers there. I think I've explained with respect to benefits to farmers already. We are adding that, Usman. We're adding the place for farmers to enter their details. Yes, we are going to use Kobo Collect too. Would do that to make it easier, and then there will be multiple options for you to work with. Okay, so I think I've responded to all the questions in my chat section now as much as possible. So let me quickly show us how to let me show us how to share screen. The sign-up process on Vet Konect is the same way you were signing up, right? Log out. It's the same way as you were trying to log to sign up to sign up. So you create account, you select I'm not sure I have any email that I'm yet to use. Let me see. Yeah, so you're getting this information. Then you select state. Let's say Adamawa State. Confirm. Proceed. Yeah, so this point now, we are changing the screen. We are no longer using any OTP again. So at this stage, you can just go back and then you log in. You just go back and then you log in. So you can see that I'm logged in already. So that's basically the entire process to get a farmer onboarded. So once you do that on the Google, on the form, and also on the Vet Konect platform, that qualifies you for the entire sum. But if it's only happening on the form, then it's 50% of it. So like I said, this is supposed to be a very brief session, and I thank you all so much for your wonderful engagement. If there are still any questions, we would be opening the groups later in the evening. We'll open the WhatsApp group later in the evening. Please let us not spam them. If anybody spams the group, you will be removed automatically. Let's please be guided so that if there are questions, we would answer them on the WhatsApp groups, and then we would now take the next steps. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to the YouTube channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button before you drop off the session. For those who just joined, please do well to rewatch everything so that you are brought up to speed on what you are supposed to do accordingly. So this is all I have for us at this point. And I thank you for joining and welcome to Vet Konect. Thank you.
Must be to At Vet Konect, we're committed to making a positive impact on the world. We're aligning our mission with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals by connecting livestock farmers and pet owners to animal health professionals and vendors. We're helping to ensure food security and support sustainable agriculture, contributing to SDG 2, Zero Hunger. We're also promoting good health and well-being, SDG 3, by preventing zoonotic diseases and ensuring healthy livestock and pets. Through technological solutions like our AI disease predictor and feed calculator, we're fostering SDG 9 industry innovation and infrastructure in the veterinary industry. By supporting proper animal care and disease prevention, we're helping to reduce waste in livestock production and ensure more sustainable practices, contributing to responsible consumption and production, which is SDG 12. We're also collaborating with various organizations to improve animal health and creating a platform that advances interprofessional collaborations and One Health, thereby promoting SDG 17, Partnerships for the Goals. And through our webinars, blog, and collaborative platform, we're enhancing the professional development of animal health professionals and educating pet owners and livestock farmers on best practices in animal care, supporting quality education, SDG 4. By working together towards these goals, we can create a better world for animals, humans, and the entire planet. Join us in our mission to reimagine animal care. Sign up on the Vet Konect platform by visiting
www.vetkonect.com.
Imagine a future where every animal owner across Africa has access to comprehensive and accessible animal care. Welcome to Vet Konect's vision for the future. By 2030, we aim to directly impact over 5 million livestock farmers and pet owners across the continent, improving the lives of millions of animals and their owners. We plan to be present in
According to the World Organization for Animal Health, limited access to vet
I started by delivering a very important message. Africa is predicted to double in population by 2050 to over 4 billion people. This puts tremendous pressure on our livestock resources. Now, if we do not resolve these challenges, that's reality, or that future is going to be threatened. So when you think about what this will do for the livestock farmer in access, when you think about what it will do for the animal health professional in reducing the burden that is now causing over 700,000 deaths across Africa, then remember that a solution like Vet Konect is here to close that gap. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon and well done, Madam Wando.
Good afternoon, Doc.
How are you doing? How are the birds?
I'm doing good. My birds are fine.
Oh, good to know. So, from the farm records, I've seen that there is misuse of antibiotics on your farm, and I wanted to talk to you about that. So, I wanted to talk to you about the farm records you see on the farm. This is one of the things you need to do on the farm. You get them? Yeah. So, you see, from the farm records, I've noticed that there is misuse and overuse of antibiotics on your farm.
Oh, yes. I use it to keep my birds healthy. I don't want them to fall sick.
Yeah, the one do I completely understand that you want the best for your birds. But you see, misuse and overuse of antibiotics on your farm could cause a risk, and that phenomenon is called antibiotic resistance. And this makes treatment of disease and infection difficult. And it's not just for your animal, even for humans, particularly in children and pregnant women, it makes treatment difficult because the microorganism becomes resistant to most antibiotics because of overuse and misuse.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I just wanted what is best for my birds.
I very much understand. You see, there are other alternatives to antibiotics, and the alternative practices are like ensuring good biosecurity measures on your farm, vaccinating your birds at the right time, ensuring proper nutrition of your animal. This could reduce use of antibiotics on your farm because you are ensuring good biosecurity. Your birds may not just get sick.
I'm willing to try anything that will keep my birds healthy.
Good. So together we can work to eliminate antimicrobial resistance. And additionally, you can visit the Vet Konect platform at www.vetkonect.com to access more resources that will help you in your livestock and poultry production. And you can also participate in the Vet Konect monthly webinar for poultry and livestock farmers.
Wow, that's wonderful, Doc.
Thank
I'm
you.
willing to do anything that will protect my birds and the community at large.
Good. You are welcome, Madam Wando. It's been a pleasure visiting your farm this time as well. I'll head to the clinic. Thank you. Antimicrobial resistance is one of the top global health threats and development. It has been estimated, according to the World Health Organization, that 4.95 million people die globally due to antimicrobial resistance. This is far higher than the deaths due to malaria and HIV and AIDS. This shows that antimicrobial resistance is a very serious threat. Let us join the fight against antimicrobial resistance. Together, we can end antimicrobial resistance. Ensure responsible use of antimicrobials. Sign up on the Vet Konect platform to get expert advice on antibiotic use. Sign up now.
www.vetkonect.com.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend, and we would continue our conversation on the WhatsApp groups. Bye. So if you joined too late, do well to rewatch the content here so that you be updated on everything we're doing moving forward. Welcome on board.